Okay, this is Milagro. Have been working in the building for 10 years, and this is Fanny Brenes. Have been as a leader of the group for about 15 years. So we have a lot of experience here, and they are who make all the crosses we want to make in the crop. When we give them a set of crosses, we give a list like this, where here, for example, number 1 is this female, and it was assigned with these different males. And when they make these crosses, and once they start to pollinate, like in this case, for each male they assign one string color, because when they are going to harvest the seed, they're going to harvest all the red together, all the yellow together, etc. And this is the way they made the cross. And an impatient, you don't have to emasculate, you don't have to take the pollen off. They make it by themselves. I don't have good nails to do that.
So they tie it right on the...
Once that the impatient, as soon as they start to develop the flower, they drop the male part, which is this, and stay like this. You see, the stigma at this moment is too small and close. The right sign that the stigma is right to be pollinated is about 24 hours before they become like open, like a star. You see the difference? That is the sign that you can apply the pollen. So it's when the point that they start to make some pollinations. From pollinate to harvest the seed, about 2-3 weeks are needed. You have to wait for 3 weeks. That is the example. As you know, the capsule of the patient blow up. So we use that little sacs to capture the seed, which are in a capsule. Because usually in a set of crosses like this, I ask them to make 40 pollinations. And we have to realize how many seeds per capsule the plants produce in order to evaluate if it is good as a female or as a male. That is because in this list, they write down here the number of pollinations they made, number of capsules they picked, and how many seeds they got from this, but the capsule collected. That way we need an average of how many seeds per capsule. Yeah. And we have to do this in about 500 hybrids, 500 crosses in all of these subtle plants. So in this way we evaluate productivity. When we got the seed, like in this case, all of the crosses, we got the seed on all the crosses, we keep it in these envelopes, and we make a germ test. We got about 100 seeds. I made the germ test to discard the poorest germ potential. That is the way they made once the seed is ready to be harvested, they collect all the sacs. Yeah. But when they put the sac into the capsule, they have to be sure that they put the string color into the sac too, to make sure that if some sacs fall down, the string of the color stay in the sac to know what male they use for that pollination. Okay. For example, here we have to be sure to keep just the seed with a good size, because it's are the ones that give you a good yield potential. Usually the small seeds are giving you a good germ and a good seed potential. That is because we have to clean it up in a little screen. Pasarla por la saladita. Once they have collected enough seeds, they have to clean up seed in that way. It's a screen size that we know that all the seeds that going through those little holes are not good, like this case. You see, this is a not good seed. For example, that is a very good female because just one seed went through that skin. Just we are very sure that that is going to be a good female. All what you see in here, and you have the opportunity to see it in production, all of that thing is done with a big machine. We can do it here because we got just very small samples of seeds. And all the envelopes of the different seeds are kept in this box, and to avoid mistakes, because we use many numbers, they number the envelopes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. to avoid mistakes when they manage the seed with the cross they do. And also we assign a code for the cross in order not to be using these two large numbers, just use this short number. Because if we made a mistake at this point and we didn't realize, we lose 2-3 years or maybe more. So yeah, and that is because when they make a mistake, they let us know as soon as they can to correct, make the correction. ¿Cómo estamos de tiempo?
Va muy bien. Si
¿Cuánto?
sigue así, termina pronto y
¿Cuánto tenemos?
unos 5 máximo.
Okay. Okay. That is the way, you know, and in this case, for example, one lady like Milagro had handled about 300 crosses like a routine. So it's a so sophisticated job, and in the previous group told me that he needs a raise. But I told them that I'm gonna give you a raise if you buy many seeds. Devine especially, because we are putting the efforts in Devine because we want to make this crop a very good product in the market. This, in fact, I've been working 20 years on that, and also I have in mind to develop another different things in Devine. For example, we are planning to convert the Devines into the dark green foliage because it's more attractive for the people. And the current Devines, we are planning to add this color, maybe 2-3 years to have them Devines. They're gonna be rose bicolor and orange bicolor. We are gonna call it the rose flame and orange flame, and we are gonna have a kind of lilac that is very close to the blue pearl we have in the Walerana, and one color I did that is going to be called white pearl. That is the 4 next colors in Devine that we are going to have. And also is
in 3 to 4 years.
2 years, I say.
2 years.
2 years, yeah, it's well advanced. And also we breed on coleus for fantastic foliage. We will breed for Turinia, for Kawaii type, and porcelain for Tulaca too. We're on that, and other many crops. And we have many exploratory crops like the one you have in your back that we are starting to experience it with that. We don't know exactly what we're gonna do with that, you know, but we are starting to know in it to see if it is possible to develop separated colors or whatever, you know. But it's a nice crop. I really like it.
What other crops are you breeding? You're breeding New Guineas, or are you breeding this?
I'm breeding New Guineas, I'm breeding Vinca spreading, Mediterranean type. I work also in Tecoma, especially, and other exploratory crops like that. Yeah.
Turenia?
Turenia too. Turenia, another breeder working in Turenia.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, here we are just 2 breeders.
Okay.
The other friend work on Turinia, Scolios, double petunias.
New Turenia looks good. What's the name?
The new varieties, Kawaii.
Kawaii.
Yeah, are very good.
It's good for the south.
Yeah, they are more compact, more uniform colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Murray, what do you do with the Devines when you get something like Sun Patience that has come out that sort of it's eating into that New Guinea market?
Well, for example, the competence we have for some patients is fanfare. We are working for fanfare. You know, and, in fact, we have some new colors for fanfare, and they're on the way. And we are trying to make fanfare with more larger flower, well-defined colors, very good flower shape, because some of the current ones don't have a good flower size. Some more new varieties are coming out. Yeah. But definitely for impatiens, we have to work harder for sun tolerance. That is the goal, in fact.
Tell us about the orange and the yellow, or I think it's only orange.
That one, well, it's I don't know if you have had a tango.
Yep.
Tango is another New Guinea. We are thinking about developing something very close to yellow, from tango type, and also tango is good because it has some tolerance. So we are thinking about modifying his habit because it's too upright. Yeah, that is
Where's Jim? He asked for yellow.
many things to do.
I see you had some yellow in that greenhouse. Oh,
The
yellow trailing.
Niamensis.
Okay.
Oh,
Repens.
it's a new Repens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Repens,
Yeah. The point with Repens is that we need they flower more than
Yes.
they are, you know, because they produce a few flowers, and depends on
Although,
sometimes the feeding. If you feed them too much, they produce too many few flowers.
where did you? Is that native to this area?
No, it's not native, but we are doing some production trials to see how well we can produce